tell me, my lady, when he looks at you, do you feel any kind of pricky feeling like goosey pimples running all up and down your spine?
Hollywood, the land of fame, fortune, and glamorous stars, hides a dark secret. One that involves autopsies, mysteries, and secrets they'd rather stay buried. Some stars, once adored by millions, have left behind a trail of scandal that people still talk about today. And when you pull back the curtain, you find that the final chapters of their lives are just as shocking as the roles they played. So let's see these 9 scandalous Hollywood autopsies that you were never supposed to see. Number 9. James Dean, the crash that still haunts us. He was the heartthrob, the rebellious soul we all loved. James Dean's car accident in 1955 is still one of the most talked about moments in Hollywood history. What makes it even more tragic? The way his autopsy was handled. Dean was dead before his car even stopped rolling, but something about the way the accident was documented smells fishy. Dean's injuries were severe, yes, but the specifics of his autopsy were sketchy. Some say there was a rush to make it all look like a simple crash. Others point out the absence of full forensic details. Could there have been something more to his death? Did someone want to silence Hollywood's brightest star? After all, when you're James Dean, even your death has to be legendary. Number 8. River Phoenix, Hollywood's golden boy who burned too bright. River Phoenix was the epitome of young Hollywood talent. Heartthrob, sensitive, brilliant, and he died at just 23. Drug overdose at the Viper Room in 1993. What makes Phoenix's autopsy so scandalous isn't just the tragic loss of a talented actor, but the mysterious circumstances surrounding his death. His autopsy report was clear: heroin and cocaine in his system. But questions linger. Why was a young man with so much promise spiraling out of control? Hollywood whispered about the pressures of fame, the lifestyle, and the people who were supposed to keep him grounded. Did Hollywood's dark side claim yet another soul? Perhaps. But some say the real scandal wasn't the drugs. It was the hidden details about his final moments, carefully scrubbed from the public eye. Number 7. Brittany Murphy, the life cut short. Brittany Murphy's death in 2009 rocked Hollywood. A young star with so much potential, gone too soon. Officially, the cause of death was pneumonia, coupled with an iron deficiency. But let's just say there's more to the story. Her autopsy showed signs of anemia, but what it didn't show was the toxicology report. There were traces of multiple prescription drugs, yet none that would normally kill you. Could her death have been a result of something darker, like a long-running illness or even poisoning? Suspiciously, a few months later, her husband Simon Monjack passed under similar circumstances. Coincidence? Hollywood doesn't believe in those. The public's eye opened wide, but no one had answers. The question remains: was Murphy's death really a result of neglect and poor health, or was she another casualty of Hollywood's secret dealings? Number 6. Heath Ledger, the Joker who went too far. Heath Ledger's death in 2008 came as a huge shock. The man who'd brought the Joker to life in The Dark Knight wasn't just an actor, he was an icon. But when Ledger was found dead in his New York apartment, the world was left to speculate. The official cause of death was acute intoxication from prescription drugs, but many wondered if this was just another case of the pressures of Hollywood swallowing a talented star whole. Ledger's autopsy revealed a cocktail of drugs: sleeping pills, anti-anxiety medication, and painkillers. But there was something missing in the reports. Was it possible he had taken these drugs unknowingly, as part of the method acting that had consumed him in preparation for his most famous role? Was Ledger's commitment to his craft, in the end, his undoing? Number 5. Kurt Cobain, the grunge king who may not have wanted to leave. Kurt Cobain's death in 1994 remains one of rock music's most tragic and debated stories. Officially ruled a suicide, the autopsy painted a grim picture of Cobain's final moments. But the details surrounding his death were far too neat. The fact that a heroin overdose was involved makes it feel almost too easy, like a death that fits into the tragic narrative of a troubled artist. But what if it wasn't a suicide? The conspiracy theories are rife, with some pointing to a possible murder. Did Cobain, a man already deep in pain, really take his life, or was he taken out? And if so, by whom? The inconsistencies in the evidence are enough to make anyone question the official story. The truth might never come out, but it's clear that Cobain's death has been shrouded in mystery from day one. Number 4. Elvis Presley, the king who died in the bathroom. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, died on August 16, 1977. His autopsy revealed that the king's body was in an absolute state. Pills, alcohol, and all the excess that comes with the fame and fortune of a superstar. But here's the thing. His final days were far more scandalous than the world knew. Yes, he died from a heart attack, but experts said it was brought on by years of drug abuse combined with a weak, deteriorating body. However, many still question whether the truth about his decline was kept from the public eye to preserve his image. Could the king have been a victim of a system that allowed him to burn bright, then fade too soon, just as his autopsy reports suggested? We'll never really know. Number 3. Natalie Wood, the Hollywood mystery that won't fade. Natalie Wood's mysterious drowning in 1981 still haunts Hollywood. Officially, it was an accident. Wood had drowned after falling off a yacht. But the autopsy report raises too many questions. Her body showed signs of injury, and it was later revealed that her husband, Robert Wagner, was a key figure in the investigation. Many people believe there's far more to her death than the world knows. The circumstances of her death were strange, and to this day, the case remains unsolved. Was it an accident? Or something darker? Hollywood has managed to bury the details, but conspiracy theories still swirl. As for the autopsy, it's clear that the official report didn't tell the whole story. Natalie Wood's death might have been a tragic accident, but something about the way it was handled just doesn't add up. Number 2. Judy Garland, the toxic death of a star. Judy Garland, the iconic Wizard of Oz star, died in 1969 at the age of 47. On the surface, her death seemed like a sad ending to a tumultuous life. But the autopsy reveals a darker truth. Garland had been prescribed so many pills over the years that her body couldn't take it anymore. She'd struggled with addiction and health problems for years, and it was those very pills that led to her tragic death. Hollywood's treatment of Garland was not kind. She was a star but was pushed to the edge, and her autopsy reflects that. While the pills were the official cause of death, the real scandal lies in how Hollywood chewed her up and spit her out, leaving her broken, lonely, and dependent on the very system that once adored her. She deserved better, and her autopsy proves just how badly the system failed her. Number 1. Marilyn Monroe, the final curtain. Call that wasn't what it seemed. Marilyn Monroe again? You bet. Because her death wasn't just scandalous. It was a cover-up of Hollywood proportions. Yes, we know about the pills, but there was so much more. The inconsistencies in her autopsy suggest that her death might not have been an overdose at all. Were there signs of foul play? Absolutely. But no one ever confirmed it. Not officially, anyway. Her legacy was sealed, but not in the way she'd hoped. Monroe wasn't just a victim of addiction. She was a pawn in a game far bigger than herself. The autopsy, the reports, the entire spectacle, it all hid the truth. Monroe was just another casualty of a system that loved her in life, but discarded her in death. And in the end, the real scandal wasn't her death. It was how Hollywood turned her into a cautionary tale. In the end, these autopsies aren't just about the stars who left us too soon. They're a reminder of the dark, twisted side of Hollywood, a place where fame can turn into a nightmare faster than you can say, cut. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Stay tuned for more scandalous stories coming your way. Until next time, keep the mystery alive.